and he is bound. The table spread against the ground. With his arms outstretched and battered legs, the air itself is bleeding.
As the name suggests, this is a performance of the Passion of Christ, the moments leading up to his death on the cross.
With me, and then when you are done,
When you guys sing, I auditioned to be John, which was more dialogue heavy and just like a cool part to play. And then it turns out, instead of getting the role of John, I got the role of Jesus. And I was like, that's great. It's not what I auditioned for.
I can't even direct that. Make it important. It's not casual Friday. This is a big story, am I right? A lot of you in folk choir are for a reason why you're in a folk choir. But remind yourself, like, why are you here? Why are you doing this? Why are you going on tour? You're just not putting on a show, you're just not singing. There's a reason behind that, and it's highly personal for everybody. And here's how art can transcend. If it's important to you, I promise you, they will see that, and then it'll be important.
Release this man, husband, for your sake, for mine. Release him.
The stars. Like really light. It's just it doesn't need a lot.
Okay.
And definitely not vibrato up there. Okay. Try one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. To be in the folk choir, you're a singer, so you're not necessarily an actor, but for this tour, we've invited the students to kind of take on those roles. And if you can see yourself in the story, all of a sudden, it's not kind of like, it doesn't hit you over the head. It just is a simple invitation to kind of be with Jesus through the Passion. Watch. And Jesus. Yeah, come away. We say Jesus, right? Jesus is the accent. Accent on the first syllable. Let's sing it like that. Okay? Here we go. In all I am, in all I do, I know through the love, oil of their thoughts.
I'll take that seat right there.
Yeah, honestly.
The what?
No what?
Sad.
What?
Like,
Sad song?
Shokin Farewell.
I know. Do you know Shokin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what.
Wait, how is this
Right? Do you know?
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
They're so cool.
Do you know?
You guys just play all the time
Don't
when
this
we're
sound
not on
so
stage.
Alright? You guys are right.
It does need legs, however. Here's one.
Onward to victory.
Just unload everything. Oh man, why is nobody filming us?
We have a South dining hall table with us, which is a lot of fun. Because in folk choir, we'll all have brunch and dinners together, and a lot of times we sit at the Jesus table. And now we kind of brought the Jesus table with us on tour.
They offered wine, but he refused. His cheek turned toward the cross.
Sit in a chair. I don't know. Sit in a chair. This chair's nice.
We thought, what if we kind of just opened up the door and to see like what the students could bring to the table. Once we started to invite them into the creative process and invite them into writing songs and lyrics, it was like this magical thing, because the insights that they would bring to that and the kind of vulnerability and tenderness that they would bring to those conversations around what it meant to them and what it meant to them, like kind of in their life of faith, were just really profound.
Like that. We just want a little bit more of like a surprise factor to it.
Or stand up and maybe touch Noelle and Cassie.
Yeah, I think Dio, maybe Josh, you see them stand up suddenly and you're like, what's going on? And oh my God, Jesus is here.
Now, what have you to do with me, O Son of the Most High God?
Bloom, right under the University of Notre. And Noelle.
Yo, Tom Papa too.
We are stars.
Start over.
Good.
We are the
Duke
and Duchess of
Doom.
Punishment is a fun punishment. So if you screw up, you're gonna get punished.
The next person we'd like to invite up did something pretty disgusting, I think, on the bus this morning. He took nail clippers and started clipping his nails. With just one thumb. Noah, your job today is to draw us a self-portrait with your foot. Sure. 410.
You had that 9 up your sleeve the whole time.
I mean, I see like some of my closest friends playing these roles, like Noah as Jesus and Ryan as Judas, and now I can see like these were just people and they were just friends, and Jesus was their friend. And like all of the love I have for Noah, and like in this passion, he's like being crucified, and it just like hurts. And then to think if I was there in that moment, how hard it would have been. Like as much love as I have for Noah, like think about how much I would have loved Jesus in that moment, and to like witness that.
The whole time.
Yeah. You take it all though.
A man dying on a cross is not just a symbol. It's like a real experience that a human will go through a wave of emotions leading up to and a wave of emotions during. That's not something I fully realized until getting to play this role.
We're inviting the students to kind of experience it anew. What do you see in it? How do you see yourself in this story? And when you get to hear the piece, you really get that experience of like understanding where the students in the choir are coming from while you're listening to the Passion, which I think makes this performance really unique.
There's a moment, the epilogue is very beautiful after the death, and we get to a point where we're singing about good things again. And so there's like this feeling of acceptance, I think. I have a new respect for death in a way where it's the idea of it being a celebration of life. The show has led me to a point where I think about it as a celebration of what that person stood for and their impact on the people around them that's the bright side, that's the optimistic side of death, which I'm leaning more towards.